Alright, let's get right into it. If you're new to the channel, you might not know this. But if you are a returning viewer, you'll know that I'm kind of obsessed with neck training. And I'll tell you why. It's not just because it looks good or it gives off that primal, powerful look. But let's be real, a thick neck does speak volumes about, let's say, dominance and resilience and power. Like, it's just something that's ingrained in us when we see a thick, muscular neck. Those are thoughts that go through our head. But my obsession with neck training goes much deeper than aesthetics and the view it gives off. It's about functionality, performance, injury prevention, and frankly, not walking around with a pencil neck like 90% of people in the gym who just completely skip it entirely or don't know that the neck is a muscle like any other muscle in your body, and it can and should be trained. So first off, let's talk about why the neck matters. Your neck isn't just a random set of muscles that hold up your head. It's literally the brain, literally the bridge between your brain and the rest of your body. It houses your spine, blood vessels, nerves that control just about everything below it. And yet people act like your neck is an afterthought. You'll see people spending hours on bicep curls, chest presses, squats, yeah right, but they neglect the one area that stabilizes their skull. And what are you training for? Like a headless horseman contest? Or what's that guy? I can't remember his name. The horseman, he's got a name, who cares, I can't remember. Write in the comments if you know his name. It's like Bojack, or I can't remember. So, let me address the elephant in the room. It's probably the fear of looking weird. Most neck exercises don't exactly look aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I know I've got looks before from various exercises that I've done, and good thing for me is I don't give a shit what people think about what I might be doing. So people are worried about neck training will make them look like some weird cartoon, maybe some caricature with a really wide neck, and I say this just like I say with every other muscle group, you're never going to be able to grow a muscle too fast. There's a point where you can stop, pull back a little bit, and just maintain your current size. But just like how women think if they pick up a dumbbell once, they're going to turn into Ronnie Coleman, no, if you do a set of neck curls, you're not going to eliminate your neck completely and look like a thumbhead. And the reason I know this is due to the fact that look at any other muscle group you are training. You pick it up. Is it growing too fast when you pick up those weights? Obviously not. Neck training is the exact same thing. Here's the kicker with neck training. It's actually practical when you think of the word, what practical actually means. When you strengthen your neck, you reduce your risk of concussions, whiplash. So for athletes, that can be pretty key. It's not going to eliminate your risk for concussions, but it will reduce it. Even if it only reduces it by 1%, why would you not take advantage of that? So a strong neck for contact sports is your first line of defense. So you're less likely to get hurt and you'll recover faster if you have a stronger neck. What about for regular gym goers? The neck plays a critical role in posture, especially since everyone's looking down on their frickin' phones nowadays. If you want to look more confident and possibly more attractive, fix your neck. You want to stop looking like a human question mark hunched over on your phone all day, like I just said, fix your damn neck. So let's get into the training aspect. People think it's complicated or requires some fancy equipment. Well, it can require some equipment, and if you want to check out my video where I reviewed basically every piece of neck equipment there is, go ahead and check it out. But it doesn't actually require any equipment. You really don't need a neck harness. You don't need a 4-way neck machine. That will make neck training easier, but really you can just use body weight exercises, resistance bands, or even weight plates. Neck curls, neck extensions, and side flexion, it's pretty much that simple, and it pretty much is going to be pretty effective. Now, if you want to get your neck super strong or super big, you might need to invest in a little bit of equipment. But even just starting off, if you want to do neck isometrics with bands or putting a dumbbell on your head, that's good too. And if you want more detail about training the neck, click on the link in the description, go to my Stan store. I have a full ebook on how to train your neck, whether you're a football player, a wrestler, a beginner trainee, an intermediate trainee, and everywhere in between. But something that people don't know is that strengthening your neck can actually improve your other lifts. Deadlifts, squats, bench presses, rows. Your neck needs to be stabilized, and that enhances your overall body mechanics when you have a strong neck. And another bonus is when you have a strong neck, I've always found that when my neck got bigger and I actually enhanced the muscles in my neck, that my traps seem to respond better to direct trap work. So the neck and the traps have a very synergistic effect with each other. I can't stand when people say if you want a bigger neck, do shrugs, and it's like, but the neck isn't actually responsible for moving any of the weight. So if you want a yoke-like appearance, start training your neck. If you're happy looking like a string bean from the shoulders up, you do you. But let's talk about the confidence factor. A strong neck isn't just physical. It's also psychological. If you walk into a room or see someone with a thicker neck, people will probably notice. Like I said in the beginning, there's a primal association with strength and capability. It's a subtle way of saying, hey, I'm pretty strong. Normally, people with big necks are strong, unless you're a fat blob. Let's just put it that way. There's a difference between a thick neck from overeating and a thick neck from training. There's a big difference. But let's look at this. My obsession with neck isn't just about me and my personal goals. It's about the bigger picture. The neck is the fitness industry's glaring weak spot. People will go on and on about sport-specific training, core stability, glute activation, but barely anyone ever talks about neck training. All you hear is crickets. It's like everyone's collectively decided that this one area of the body doesn't deserve attention. And basically, that's garbage in my opinion. The neck is foundational. It's not optional. If you're ignoring it, you're doing your training and your body a massive disservice in my honest opinion. Why would you not train a certain muscle? That would be like telling someone not to train their biceps because they don't find it important, or not to train your triceps, or not to train your shoulders, or not to train your calves. I don't get it. But neck training also gives you durability. Life is unpredictable. Things like car accidents, falls, wrestling with your older brother or sister, or just roughhousing with your kids. All these scenarios involve sudden forces that can be imposed upon your neck. If your neck is weak, one little creak, I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, and you can be in discomfort for 1-2 weeks depending on your recovery and the severity of the injury. But if it's strong, you're more likely to walk away unscathed. It's like wearing armor every day without anyone even knowing. So yeah, pretty much I'm obsessed with neck training. I love it because it's functional. I love it because it makes me feel more capable. I love it because it's a big middle finger to every lazy excuse as to why people don't train their necks. To anyone who says, but I don't know where to start, here's my answer. Grab a plate, lie on a bench, and do some neck curls. Boom, problem solved. If you want to go further than that, check out my ebook or just check out the countless videos that I have put together on this channel. So stop ignoring your neck, start training it, and when you do, you'll realize why I am so obsessed with neck training. Because to me, neck training is not just an obsession. It's an actual game changer.